The art of a solo run in football, the beauty of the game. Not seen as much in this modern era fixated on this robotic style of play. But throughout the years there comes a time for a football player to take the moment for themselves. One they can hang in a museum or even tell their grandkids about. Sometimes a footballer that has the capabilities will stride forward into action like a horse going into battle. They start to glide through their opponents with ease. And sometimes they score a magnificent goal. Being able to witness one live, even through a TV screen, is a blessing. But there's a few in football history that unfortunately I wasn't able to witness. Scored by a man named Roberto Baggio, mistakenly known by my generation as the player that missed that penalty in the 1994 World Cup final. Now, although the Italian fans forgave Baggio for his miss, Baggio did not forgive himself. And now that moment is the one that people from the newer generation associate with Baggio. But 4 years prior, he scored one of the most brilliant solo finishes in football history. During a game against Czechoslovakia, Baggio picked up the ball from the halfway line. He takes it inside before playing a 1-2 pass combination before receiving it again. But now two players are coming to close him down. Like a jaguar pouncing on its prey, Baggio bursts through the middle of the pitch, making his way into the final third. Now one-on-one with the defense, he executes one of the most brilliant, elegant, single step over body feints I have ever seen. Sent in one way, he's gone to the shop. He's thinking about buying Christmas gifts. It's July. And while that guy's gone shopping, Baggio is not stopping and he bangs it in the back of the net. That goal was pure beauty. And if there's a player in football that I need to learn more about, it is Roberto Baggio, a man that my uncle named himself after. This guy clearly has a legacy. But in terms of a solo goal that put all of the world's eyes on a single player, none of them perfectly sum it up than Bale versus Inter Milan. On a cold October's evening in 2010, Tottenham took on Inter Milan in the Champions League. And the San Siro is where this battle commences, with the inevitable happening. Inter Milan 4-0 up. The night looks like it's done and dusted for Tottenham. But then something magical happens. A young Welshman named Gareth Bale decides to write his own script. The ball finds its way to Bale in his own half, and with an explosion of pace, the run begins. And this Inter defense that looked so solid moments ago becomes statues. Just as Bale turns on his jetpack, Bale looks like a man possessed and glides down the left flank of the football pitch like a gazelle. Most in this position would hesitate, maybe turn back, pass it off, or put a lazy cross into the box. But no, Gareth Bale decides to shoot, and that ball nestles into that far right corner of the goal. It's a statement, and after the goal went in, the San Siro fell silent. The away fans then erupt, knowing that they've just witnessed something great. But Gareth Bale is not even done yet. He scores two more, each one as dazzling as the other. And even though the game ended 4-3 to Inter Milan, Gareth Bale scored a hat-trick and could leave with his head held high. Now, although this next player is widely known as being quite fraudulent, I think it would only be right to mention Alvaro Morata's solo run in 2015 against Bayern Munich. In this game, Juventus were 2-0 down in the Champions League, and as the clock ticked to the 73rd minute, Morata did something special. Picking up the ball deep from his own field, a quick glance upfield, and he was gone. Seeing the opportunity, he put on the afterburners and drove through this Bayern Munich team, leaving this Bayern Munich midfield in the dust. He goes past Thiago, he goes past Xabi Alonso, and now you could see the fear in this Bayern Munich defense. This was no ordinary counter-attack. This was a masterclass in solo brilliance. Alvaro Morata kept his composure the entire time, even when approaching the final third. And with a swift light touch, he was through the last line of defense. It was just him and the goalkeeper now. But Morata thought something different. He spotted his teammate Cuadrado making a run beside him, and in a move that was both unselfish and genius, he laid it off perfectly into the path of Cuadrado, who finished it off. Now, in the last video I made about this topic, a bunch of the comments hounded me about not including this next goal. But come on, this goal was scored in 1996. Even the thought of me existing did not exist. So for the 70-year-olds that are commenting, watch this goal, why did you not include this goal from 1766? Cut me some slack. In a La Liga game against Compostela in 1996, R9 scored one of the best solo goals in football history. And I feel like I've said that 8 times this video, but this one specifically was amazing. Midway through this game, Ronaldo finds himself by the halfway line with the ball at his feet and decides, fine, I'ma do this myself For real. It was like these players were stood still. R9 glided past them without even dropping a sweat. His control was sublime, each touch weighted perfectly. For a player of this stature, this should have been illegal. He shrugs off defenders with his raw power while dancing past the next. And as the crowd starts to rise, this blur of red and blue streaks down the pitch. And as he approaches the penalty area, it's like time slows down. Defenders are desperately trying to close this guy down. But no, Ronaldo was in the zone. R9, the phenomenon. With every stride, he's writing his name into football folklore. And with his final burst of energy, he releases a thunderous strike into the back of the net. This was a goal that, in my opinion, showcases everything about Ronaldo. His perseverance, speed, agility, strength, and that finesse. If that happened to me and I was one of the defenders that got shrugged off in the process, I would have walked off the pitch. I would have walked home and I would have sat down and I would have had a cup of tea and quit football forever. And while we're on the topic of Brazilians scoring brilliant solo goals, I think it's time to talk about one of my favourite players of all time, Neymar Jr. Now, young Neymar scored a goal for Santos in 2011 that would win him a Puskas award. And in this game against Flamengo, Neymar picks up the ball from where else? The halfway line. And with a flick of his magic boots, Neymar springs into action, and he's exuding this trademark flair that we all know him for. Now Neymar takes off like the Flash, leaving Flamengo defenders in his wake. His feet were a blur of skill and precision. The crowd rises in anticipation as he dances through the midfield. And as Neymar enters the final third, he's in his element. With a feint here and a step over there, he mesmerizes these defenders. And they're lunging in desperation, but Neymar is one step ahead. And now in the penalty area, Neymar's one-on-one with the keeper. And with a flick of his wrist, he sends the keeper the wrong way. The stadium erupts in jubilation as Neymar is heralded as the new messiah of Santos. Even if he was to leave directly after scoring this goal, they would still make a statue for him. Now you probably thought I was going to go one video without talking about an Arsenal goal. Well, no, but you might like this one a bit more than the rest. This goal was scored by none other than Samir Nasri, widely known as a snake amongst the Arsenal fanbase. Growing up in the Emirates era of Arsenal, he was one of the players that could just take a game by himself. While playing Fulham, Samir Nasri decided to go on one of these marauding runs, taking on players left and right. But this run elevated itself when Nasri got within the penalty area, when he faced the ultimate test. Could this youngster finish this opportunity? But during this incident, Samir Nasri summoned his inner genius, his inner North African descendants. They are just built to score goals like this. He executes a series of body feints and quick movements, leaving players on the floor. It was an embarrassment for these Fulham players, but a goal that Nasri will never forget. And this was not the first time he has scored a goal like this. Now, Zlatan Ibrahimovic isn't a name that you would automatically suggest when talking about solo goals in football. This is a player widely known for his outlandish finishes, the bicycle kicks, the heel flicks, the scorpion kicks. He does it all. In a game against a team called NAC Breda, Zlatan pulled off a great solo goal. It was as if he choreographed every step, a symphony of precision and skill. Dribbling past one defender, then another, Ibrahimovic was displaying skill that we had never seen before. This tall, lanky presence maneuvered through the defense, with his path to goal almost seemingly being predetermined. Defenders were left finished, gone, sleeping, while Zlatan was celebrating. Now, solo goals are some of the best things that we could ever witness. Their brilliance can make you jump up to your feet when watching football, even at home. And it's something that people should encourage even in this modern era of football. So let me know of any other solo goals that you want me to include in future parts of this series. Now, if you want to support this channel even more than just viewing this video, then leave a like, comment and subscribe. You can also now join this channel. So shout out to the people that have joined. Go and check out the memberships, and if you're interested, join it. But of course, this has been Jib Rules. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, and peace. Effortlessly gliding past, effortlessly glide, effortlessly, effortlessly. effortless, effortlessly, effortlessly, effort, eff, effortless, effortlessly, effortlessly, effortless, easily gliding past one.